Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
75 degrees right now at 8 a.m. Oh, those clouds that we saw earlier not really sticking around.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get to the triple digits today or later this week. Sarah Spivey will have our forecast for us in just a bit. Good morning.
Good morning,
Happy
everyone.
Sunday. It's June 23rd at 8 a.m.
Sarah, I'm talking to you first because you are going on vacation.
I'm on vacation mode. I'm sorry if I'm just kind of whimsical. I'm ready on vacation.
You messed up your coffee this morning.
I drank coffee without fresh grounds from the day before. So I'm ready on vacation
Already
mode.
kind of on vacation mode.
Literally leaving right after this show.
Well, you're going to have
long
fun.
drive.
Long road trip, right?
Mm-hmm. All the way to Utah.
Well, it'll be cooler in Utah than it will be in San Antonio.
That's why we're going.
Temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s this week, but again, not too bad. It could be a lot hotter this time of year. Outside right now, 76 in San Antonio. Feels great out there. 77 in New Braunfels, Del Rio. Good morning, 78. Bernie at 70 degrees and Kerrville at 70 as well. Hey, guess what? This morning, Bernie was in the mid-60s for the morning low. Really nice to see the sunshine out there too, but that sun is going to warm us up. 1 p.m. will be at 90, 5 p.m. 95 for the high temperature. The thing is that 95 is going to feel more like 102 because of the high humidity, and there's a small 10% chance for a stray shower. It will be mostly clear tonight though in 86. Now a lot of people are going to be out and about enjoying the pools. If you're floating on one of our local rivers, know that the Guadalupe and the Comal, even though they're flowing slowly, but they are flowing faster than they were this time last weekend because of the rains. Guadalupe 115 cubic feet per second, Comal 120 cubic feet per second. That's at the New Braunfels. Now the Frio, on the other hand, in Concan, just not doing much at all. Barely flowing, didn't really see much of an increase there out there on the Frio. And rain chances this week are fairly low. I mean, we're only going to see a 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm Friday and Saturday. But I do have an update on the tropics for you in the Gulf of Mexico. Some rain heading from the low pressure system across parts of Mexico. We'll talk about that. And of course, I do have a look at our forecast here in San Antonio. The biggest thing to know, the heat index. Those details coming up. Sarah,
thank you. New this morning, San Antonio left with a lot of questions after a man involved in a crash was found shot to death. So this happened just after 4:15 this morning near the entrance of an apartment complex at Warsbach and Evers. We're told people in the complex heard a crash and then found a man in a vehicle. They tried to help him and realized he had been shot. He died at the scene. Shell casings were found in the area, but right now it's unclear exactly what happened. Meanwhile, a person is in the hospital this morning after being hit by a car late last night. Police say the accident happened on Division Avenue. That's near I-35 on the city's south side. The driver stopped and stayed on scene to help the person until police arrived. They are cooperating with the investigation. That person was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. We have new details on the story that we first brought to you yesterday morning. A 24-year-old woman behind bars facing murder charges after police say she shot and killed who they believe is her significant other. Police were called to a Northwest Side apartment complex just off of Grissom Road early yesterday morning. They found a man outside a building bleeding. He was rushed to the hospital, but he later died. Now, back at that complex, police say the woman told them someone came up to the pair and shot the man. But after a brief investigation, police determined 24-year-old Alexis Salazar, she shot and killed him after an argument. Now, this investigation is ongoing. An Atascosa County deputy on leave after shooting and killing a man who came out of his home with a knife. So this incident happened late Friday evening in Somerset. The man's wife sat down with Zaria Oates as she hopes for positive change in response to mental health crisis.
This is 42-year-old Richard Viscata Jr., a veteran of the United States Navy, an aide to homeless veterans seeking help, and a husband. An Atascosa County deputy shot and killed him at his front doorsteps after he came outside with a knife. His wife, April, initially told the deputy he was arguing and punching the walls. She tells KSAT that He suffered from PTSD, and she made his mental health status clear when she called 911.
I feel guilty for seeking help. I felt so guilty for calling 911. I thought for sure it was going to be okay because normally that's how it's been.
Atascosa County Sheriff David Soward shared this press release on Facebook around 3 p.m. Saturday, more than 12 hours after the shooting. Soward said Viscara, quote, positioned the knife in his hand in an aggressive manner and advanced towards the deputy. He says his deputies asked Viscara to, quote, drop the knife, but he did not.
The next thing I hear is about 5 shots fired. He'd been shot multiple times.
After the shooting, the press release says April told deputies her husband had threatened suicide by cop during his episode. She believes there were crucial steps that weren't taken.
Why wasn't the taser deployed?
April tells KSAT she wants the sheriff's department to do a better job and to have a better response to mental health crises. In Atascosa County, Zaria Oates, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Zaria. In your morning headlines, the big story, of course, is the weather that's happening across the country. And as ABC's Samara Theodore reports, people are dealing with everything from extreme heat to some devastating floods.
This morning, a disaster emergency in the heartland following catastrophic flooding in Iowa. 21 counties virtually underwater following massive rainfall, which appears to have blindsided many residents early Saturday, now forced to be evacuated. Drone video capturing the aftermath of the torrential downpours in Sioux County. The water submerging homes as rescue crews scrambled to reach stranded residents.
Things have been changing along the Big Sioux. This is new territory for us.
Governor Kim Reynolds looking over the floods from above. The flooding part of a wild start to the summer season.
I think I've had enough because it seems like it's rained about every day for the last 2 weeks. So I'm ready for it to dry out a little bit.
Hail and more heavy rain battering the southern U.S. All the rain coming as more than 100 million Americans coping with scorching temperatures. The I-95 corridor baked.
The heat is just unimaginable.
Temperatures in the nation's capital hit 100 degrees, the first time in June since 2012.
It's very hot. It's too hot.
That was Samara Theodore with ABC reporting. CPS wants to weatherize your home and reduce the amount you pay for energy, and they want to do it for free. It's called the Casa Verde program, and it's the biggest in the nation, already weatherizing 30,000 homes in San Antonio. They had a block party yesterday to spread the word. Improvements made to homes can save families up to $4,500 a year.
If a customer can take advantage of this program and reduce their energy savings, it's better for all of us in the long run, to where we can reduce our carbon footprint, we can reduce the amount of energy we have to produce.
Saving money and your carbon footprint. I love that. So, but you do have to meet the criteria. It depends on a number of people that are in your house, your income level, and your home has to physically be stable, meaning you have stable foundation and roofing. If your home doesn't quite meet that criteria, there is also a home remodeling program that you can ask about. Visit the CPS Energy website or just call that number on your screen right there, 210-353-2272. Chances are, like me, you're traveling for the 4th of July next week. About 6 million Texans in all will be hitting the road. So let's take a look ahead to help you plan your trip. So first up, AAA says roads are going to be congested from Thursday, July 4th, all the way to next Sunday. So to beat the traffic, they recommend you hit the road early in the morning. Oh my God, it sounds like the dad saying, make sure you get up early and hit the road right at 7 a.m. to avoid peak traffic around 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. Thursday, the 4th. Now, let's take a look at prices for gas. It's looking better than last year. Price of $3.14 a gallon. So you'll have more cash to spend on things like food and other activities once you get where you're going. And of course, you could always stay local for the 4th of July. There'll be plenty to do around the Alamo City and across South Texas to celebrate. We're talking parades, music, and of course, what San Antonio does best, fireworks. The city of San Antonio's 4th of July celebration at Woodlawn Lake will be open to the public from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. on July 4th. But that's not all. For a full list of 4th of July celebration in our area, head to KSAT.com. If you're going to be shooting off fireworks in the city, which is illegal, please do it responsibly and safe. 8:10 and 75 degrees still to come. Sarah Spivey, can I hear it? Hey, whoop! There you go. The Aggies taking game 1 of the College World Series. We'll go over the highlights and some predictions going into game 2. That's going to happen right here at KSAT this afternoon. 1 p.m. local time. Sarah Spivey watched yesterday. Maybe she was the good luck charm. Means she has to watch again today.
I know, 1 o'clock.
She's going to have your Aggie forecast for you when we come back. Score 1 for the Aggies. They won their first game of the College World Series last night against Tennessee Volunteers, putting them 1 game ahead from the winning championship altogether. All right, let's take a look. First batter up, Gavin Grahevic drives the ball into the seats for a leadoff home run for the Aggies. The Volunteers made a pitching change soon after that, but it did not stop A&M with a monster 3rd inning where they take a 7-1 lead after Caden Kent, 2 RBI single Aggie pitcher Evan Ashenbeck struck out Tennessee's Caveras Tears at the home end game 9-5. They have a chance to win it all this afternoon in game 2. That'll be at 1 p.m. our time. All right, let's take a look at the KSAT predictions. Of course, there's no betting going on here. We have predictions from the KSAT crew, so let's see how they stack up. Now that game 1 is in the books, here are just a few. Steve Spriester says Aggies in 3. Adam Caskey says Aggies in 3. Mia Montgomery says Aggies in 3. Oh, it's like we have a lot of Aggies in this newsroom or something. What? Mary Romger, she says Tennessee in 3. Well, we're not doing so well there, Mary. Larry Maris says Aggies in 3. Still, it looks like anybody's game right now. So, Sarah, you saying Aggies in 3?
I'm saying Aggies in 2. We're getting it done today at 1 p.m. Now, yesterday, Sarah, as a alum, I taught you, I'm a former student of Texas A&M, if you haven't heard. I taught you yesterday farmers fight.
Yeah, she got down like on the stance and everything.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go like that, okay? I'm going to teach you BTHO Tennessee, but I'm going to change from to heck, okay? So for TV purposes, it's Sunday morning, okay?
Please.
So just respond after me. Okay? Beat the heck out of Tennessee.
Beat the heck out of Tennessee. Hey, woo! Woo!
You can't do that part.
No, I can't do that part. I'm not an Aggie.
Yeah, but hey, that one is for my Uncle Larry. He's watching at home, hopefully. So
I'm not an Aggie, but I'm Texan, so I hope the Aggies win.
A funny story about that particular yell. When I was a kid, my uncle did that particular yell, and he said, H-E double hockey stick. And
not the H-E double hockey stick.
I was a kid, and so I just remember being like, Mom, Uncle Larry said a swear. That one's for you, Uncle Larry. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the tropics. You can see that out in the tropics, we have got a 40% chance of development here as this system is just really going to bring a lot of rainfall to parts of Mexico. It's going to be moving on shore as a low pressure system. High pressure will be moving in place over Texas in the coming days, and that's going to mean heat for us, all right? It is going to get hot this week, but not too hot. Highs will be in the mid-90s. As that high moves off to the east, it'll open up the atmosphere to a chance for isolated showers by Thursday through Saturday. So only a 20% chance for an isolated shower toward the end of the week. Otherwise, it is going to be a fairly dry week. A stray shower is possible today during the peak heat of the afternoon, but the biggest thing you'll notice is that it is going to be a little bit on the warm side. Outside, right now, we are looking at temperatures in the upper 70s, 76 degrees outside right now. It is pretty humid. Humidity is at 85% at the moment, so it is very humid outside, and this is going to be the coolest part of the day. We've already seen temperatures rise a little bit from sunrise. 70 in Boerne, 72 in Tarpley. Good morning, Hondo at 73, 75 in Floresville, 75 in Seguin, 79 in New Braunfels. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, you can see that we'll have mostly sunny skies and 89 by noon. As we head into the afternoon, 95 for that high, but the 95 is going to feel more like 102 out there. And then later on tonight, temperatures will fall into the 80s after sunset. 93 in Kerrville, 98 in Del Rio, 95 in Cotulla, 95 in New Braunfels, and 94 in Gonzales. But again, the humidity is going to make it feel anywhere from 100 to 105. It'll feel like 104 in New Braunfels, 104 in Seguin. And yes, this is hot, but this is not the hottest it's been in San Antonio so far this summer. Remember early June, we had a heat index of 117. So looking ahead to the week, fairly average, just a couple degrees warmer than average, but the heat index will be anywhere from 100 to 105. I just want to say thank you to our producer Garrick. We have a new producer here on the morning show, and he let me talk about Texas A&M for quite a while.
Thank you, Garrick, and welcome to GMSA Weekends, where we like to tell our stories.
Speaking of baseball, his name is Garrick.
His name is Garrick. It's a cool name.
Pretty cool name.
Welcome, Garrick. Happy to have you. All right, it's 8:19 and 76 degrees still ahead. A 4-year-old boy is back with his family after vanishing overnight during a camping trip in California. How rescuers found him and are warning families ahead of the holiday this weekend. It's every parent's worst nightmare while out camping, their child vanishing without a trace. That was reality for the Ramirez family when their son Christian wandered away from their campsite in the Sierra National Forest in California. Jacqueline Lee shows us how search and rescue found the missing boy safe and sound.
A 4-year-old boy is recovering and back with his family after a harrowing ordeal, missing for almost 24 hours in a forest. Christian Ramirez disappeared from a campsite while vacationing with his parents in the Sierra National Forest Thursday morning.
Reporting that a 4-year-old missing to Christina Ramirez, last name wearing gray shorts, gray Nikes, tennis shoes.
More than 50 search and rescue personnel from surrounding counties immediately jumping into action.
We had the helicopter flying, we have drones, we get boats on the water, and we deploy boots on the ground to start ground searching.
For nearly 24 hours, Christian's parents anxiously waited, and then this moment happened. Search and rescue heard the toddler call back, discovering him a quarter of a mile from the camp, hunkered down, tired and hungry, but alive. Then, the tearful reunion with his parents, Christian back in his father's arms. Christian's parents releasing a statement expressing their thanks to the Fresno County Sheriff and search and rescue teams and writing, "Thank you to everyone for your prayers."
The Fresno County Sheriff's Office says they opened an investigation but do not feel the disappearance was criminal in nature. They're also warning parents ahead of July 4th that kids do wander and can disappear in an instant. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Glad Christian was found. It's 8:24 and 76 degrees. Coming up, local car dealerships are among the victims of a massive cyber attack earlier in the week. 4 days later, learn how they're going old school to keep the dealership running. Good morning. Happy Sunday, June 23rd. I hope everyone out there drinking their coffee is having a better coffee experience than Sarah Spivey and myself. First, I brewed old coffee. I was so asleep I didn't actually put new coffee in, and I was drinking it. I was like, why does this taste like dirt? Sarah just spilled her coffee on herself.
Yes,
too.
but
so we're having a good coffee
Sarah,
morning.
I'm kind of upset because nobody would know unless you said something.
Yeah, but I liked watching the behind the scenes frazzle, like, oh my gosh. And now look at you.
Thanks.
The constant professional.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to say the same about you. Rainfall comparison over the last few years up to this point, you can see that this year's been pretty good to us in the grand scheme of things. So far, we've seen more than 15 inches of rain this year up to June 20th. The only other year to beat us is 2021, and that was a very good year for rainfall and temperatures. By the way, we only had a couple of 100-degree days, and they came in September. So we have a bit of a mixed bag. You know, we've had some of our hottest heat index values ever this year, but at the same time, we've also had some decent rainfall too. Last week, a good indicator of that rain. But we're about to transition into a hot and dry weather pattern, honestly. 78 degrees in San Antonio right now, 73 in Eagle Pass, 79 in Del Rio, 73 in Kerrville, and it's 77 in Gonzales. As you're waking up this morning, it's mostly sunny, and it's going to stay mostly sunny today. Around noon, it'll be 89 degrees. In the afternoon, 95. There's only a measly 10% chance for an afternoon stray shower, and that 95 is going to feel more like 102. So here's the weather story. Unfortunately, little to no rain this week. We will be in the mid-90s, which is good, but it will be humid. And so we're not going to have anything extreme, no extreme heat index values, but we will have a heat index up to about 105. I'll show you those values coming up in just a bit. And I want to talk about the weather across the nation because there's a lot of folks dealing with some extreme heat. Sarah.
Sarah, thank you. New this morning, San Antonio police say at least one man is in critical condition following a shooting on the city's north side. So this happened around 2:30 this morning in the 1100 block of Santa Ana Street off Michigan Avenue. That's near I-10. So police say they received multiple calls of a shooting in progress in the area. When they got there, they found the man with a gunshot wound and a person in a nearby ditch with injuries. So right now, no suspects have been arrested, and this is an ongoing investigation. Well, firefighters work to put out a fire at an apartment complex on the city's west side. So this is a video shot by a neighbor that you saw earlier. You can see the flames. The fire started on the second floor unit of the complex on West Military Drive. That's near Joint Base San Antonio Kelly Field. The people who live there, they were not home at the time when that fire started. But nearby residents were evacuated. That fire was quickly put out. Firefighters say 3 units were damaged. Thankfully, no one was injured, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. Well, happening now, road closures still in effect as part of this Loop 1604 North expansion project happening on the city's northwest side. It's been slowing down, folks, down near Loop 1604 and I-10 area. I know I've been hearing it from Sarah Spivey all weekend. But the good news is that roads will reopen Monday morning at 5. Well, thousands of car dealerships have been crippled this week after a cyber attack on their computer systems. So it's affecting everything from sales to financing to repair schedules. And some dealerships have even had to close. So Katrina Weber shows us how that's affecting a local dealership trying to stay afloat amid this chaos in cyberspace.
They are open for business at Ancira Chrysler Jeep Dodge, but it hasn't quite been business as usual lately.
CDK, our dealer management system, was hacked and has been down for 2 days now.
April Ancira says a computer software system by Illinois-based corporation CDK fell victim to ransomware earlier this week. The hackers reportedly demanded millions, and as a precaution, CDK shut down the entire system. It's used by thousands of dealerships across the country, including some locally.
Yeah, it's supposed to come in today.
To sell, service, and keep track of cars and parts.
There was a moment of, okay, so what's at stake? What won't we be able to do?
While the computer outage has put some car dealers out of commission, Ancira says they've been doing their best there to keep moving forward, although it's been a bumpy road.
We're actually able to get some of the information from little bits of different software. So we're doing some of that. We're doing some handwriting.
Instead of using the catch-all computer system, they've been piecing together information.
While the attack may have been aimed at a corporation, Ancira says it's actually hurting regular people, customers who are looking for help with everything from buying to repairing their cars.
When something like that happens, you affect the employees' families and their ability to put food on the table.
At this time, she says there's no word on how long it will be before this trouble for car dealers is in their rearview mirrors. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. The first presidential debate of the 2024 election is just days away, and both candidates are very busy preparing in different ways. President Biden spending time at Camp David while the former president is out on the campaign trail. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack with the latest on their campaign efforts.
The first debate in the 2024 election is just days away, and both candidates are preparing in their own ways. Donald Trump hit the campaign trail on Saturday, first in Washington, speaking to a group of conservative evangelical activists. The former president then traveled to Philadelphia, where he visited a local restaurant before speaking at a rally.
Will anybody be watching the debate on Thursday night? I'm shocked. No, I'm shocked.
Meanwhile, President Biden spending the weekend at Camp David, his former chief of staff, Ron Klain, leading his debate prep.
For Biden, I think it's going to be about really trying to hone in on what he describes as the chaos of the Trump years. And for former President Trump, he's going to be looking to seize on what he describes as the failures of the Biden administration.
Thursday's debate will be different than when the two men faced each other back in 2020. There will be no studio audience, and the candidates' mics will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. The 90-minute matchup will take place Thursday night. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Speaking of politicians, speeches, and debates, a new study shows warmer weather can have an impact on political speech. Researchers say in Denmark, they analyzed more than 7 million speeches by lawmakers in 8 different countries. They found politicians tend to use simpler language and less complicated thought when they address audiences on warm days. Their guess is that the heat makes it a little harder to think when delivering a speech, even indoors. So if it's hot in Atlanta on debate day, the debate actually might be shorter. Well, Jim's Restaurants has announced they'll be closing another location for good this week. The company says their location off San Pedro and Hildebrand Avenue will shut its doors on Tuesday after 54 years of operations. So Jim said the announcement comes just 3 months after that other location on Broadway near Brackenridge Park was shut down by the company. Jim's Restaurant said all the employees at the San Pedro location will be offered a job at another Jim's location. So we have this full story on KSAT.com. So check this out, a special moment at SeaWorld San Antonio. This is Sergeant First Class Nathan Hudson taking his Army re-enlistment oath during a very cool orca encounter show. You can hear the crowd cheer after he recited it during the first part of the show. There he is. Look how special that is. Saluting Sergeant there. As a fan of SeaWorld, he thought this would be the perfect setting for re-enlistment after 17 years of service in the Army. Sergeant, thank you so much for all of your service. So precious there. 8:37, 77 degrees just ahead. Did you have dreams of being a rock star as a kid? I think Sarah Spivey did. Well, you may have not missed your chance. We'll show you one group doing music lessons for all ages in the Alamo City. I think Sarah Spivey still thinks she's a rock star. Still have those dreams.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that, Sarah? Is it because I sing almost everything in the newsroom? I look outside with live cam. You can see that it is sunny and beautiful outside this morning. Temperatures are in the 70s, but it's going to get hot this afternoon. How hot will the heat index be? I'll have those details after the break.
Have you ever wanted to learn how to rock out with your guitar? I wish the camera's on Sarah Spivey right now. How about the drums? You don't have to be a kid to take lessons. SA Live's Fiona Gorstiza takes us to a spot right here in San Antonio for those about to rock.
Guitar Dojo. You know, I think we may have had them for maybe a split second.
You had them,
maybe
yeah,
a split of that split second. All right. So if you want to do something fun this summer, even for the kids, or maybe you want to take some music lessons, you can do that right here at the Guitar Dojo. So what do you specialize in here?
We do guitar, bass, drums, vocals, piano. We even have a DJ teacher. I mean, we do a little bit of everything.
Tell me a little more about that.
Well, we have a DJ teacher. If you're trying to rock a party, we definitely have a guy who can show you how to do that. And I thought it'd be a fun, kind of unique thing. you don't find it a ton in other music schools, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to have.
That is neat, especially in this day and age. And so for you, what did you grow up playing?
I started on like piano and violin, like my mom and my grandfather played a lot, and then once my buddies, I got into middle school, my friends played guitar, and once I saw them playing guitar and I tried, it was over.
That's it.
Like that was my thing. Yeah.
That was going to be your instrument, okay? And besides lessons in, as you mentioned, piano, right, guitar, and the DJ lessons, you sell merchandise as well.
We've got retail for sale. We've got guitars and strings, all the accessories, all the fun stuff. We also have repairs. We do repairs here. That's kind of a new thing for us. And during the summer, we have a lot of camps. So right now, we're in the middle of a songwriting camp. We have a beginner's guitar boot camp coming up, which is kind of cool. And then we have our band camp, so we take the kids and we stick them in bands and we teach them how to play as a group.
So the kids get to go to the camps and then they get to kind of show off their skills?
Yeah. So they practice for about 8 weeks. They pick their favorite songs, and we sit there and we learn them. We have drummers and guitar players and singers. We try to sing the harmonies and we try to do all the solos and all that fun stuff. It's really cool.
So they come through here, the students, and then they go off and they spread their wings, okay? But there are some success stories you've got, right?
You can look up Caroline Hale. She's in Austin now. She's got a nice budding music career going on. If you find the band Donella Drive, their guitar player was one of my students when he was young for a good while. And then Raven's Banquet, you can look up Kaiser Stanova. He's a bass player, super good. And these are all kids that I've been lucky enough to work with who took it to the next level and are pursuing their passions, and that's exciting for us. It's like, wow, because I can remember a lot of those kids when they were first starting. Well, this is how you hold the instrument, and their technique is kind of wonky because they never held a guitar before. Then you just see them up there just straight shredding, just writing good songs and being a part of something. It's cool. You just keep looping it. Kick. That's it, you got a whole song. That's the whole song.
That's the whole song, that's it. Okay.
That's actually Fiona playing. Man, Fiona, you're pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, maybe you want to teach some lessons?
I think I'll keep my day job. If you want more information on the Guitar Dojo, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
That's beautiful, Fiona.
Way to go, Fiona.
I love it when people can play the piano.
Me too.
It's really nice.
If you can play the piano, you can play a lot of instruments.
I can play the piano, but not like that.
Yeah.
Many lessons. I don't think they really paid off, though. Scan the QR code on your screen for more things to try and do this summer here in San Antonio. SA Live always checking out those summer camps, restaurants, and all the activities. Of course, you can watch it right here on KSAT weekdays at 1 p.m.
Nice. That's really awesome. Yeah. My husband plays piano, but he also plays like every other instrument in the world.
He's a musical guy. He should have been a rock star. There's still time.
Well, he does play shows sometimes.
Here in San Antonio.
Check it out.
Michael Parallax.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Yes. Okay.
Give it a plug there.
Okay, all right, let's move on. Clouds and radar across the nation. You can see that we have got a fairly quiet spot on the radar across the nation from here in Texas all the way out toward parts of the East Coast. There is some rain down in the valley, though, this morning, so keep that in mind if you have friends and family in the valley. Even if you're going to go to Corpus Christi, maybe for a beach day or something like that, just know that there's a couple of isolated showers out there. But generally, heat dome across part of the eastern United States, and it's actually going to be very hot for certain areas and from a lot of the U.S. So from parts of the Dakotas all the way down through Kansas and Oklahoma into East Texas, parts of Arizona, Arkansas, and also seeing parts of the Carolinas under a heat advisory, excessive heat warning for areas in New York and New Jersey, and it's actually going to be very hot in those areas. Here's a look at some of the potential heat index values this afternoon. 108 in Little Rock, 102 is what it's going to feel like in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. and San Antonio going to be pretty comparable today in what it feels like outside, but of course those folks up in the north and northeast kind of not everybody is acclimated to that kind of heat, so that's why there's heat advisories. Now that heat high will be over Texas in the coming days. That's why we're going to be fairly hot and dry, but eventually that heat high will move off to the east by the end of the week, and that'll open up the atmosphere to only a few isolated showers and storms possible. So when we look at the heat highs over the next couple of days, it is going to be hot, but only a little bit above average. Highs in the mid 90s. This is actually kind of the best we can hope for this time of year. We had some rain last week and temperatures fairly average, but the one factor is it will be humid. So the heat index value is going to be anywhere from 100 to 105 in the days ahead. So keep that in mind. It is going to be a hot and fairly dry week. As we take a look outside right now, we've got mostly sunny skies, temperatures starting to warm. It's 76 here in San Antonio, 77 in New Braunfels. It'll be, it's 78 right now in Del Rio, but it will be in the upper 90s later today. Bernie at 73 and Kerrville at 74. A good day to head to the pool. I mean, by noon, it'll be near 90, mostly sunny. Heat index around 100 as early as 2 o'clock and 95 for the afternoon high. Feeling more like 102 with a 10% chance for a stray shower. Not a good rain chance today, so a good day to be at the pool. The UV index, however, will be extreme, so skin damage time within 10 minutes or so. We're going to have plenty of sunshine today, but this is what it's going to feel like when you factor in the humidity during the peak heat of the day. Look closer to the coast, more humid, feeling hotter, feeling like 106 in Victoria, feeling like 104 in New Braunfels, feeling like 102 in Pleasanton and 102 in San Antonio. As we take a look at your 7-day forecast, again, a fairly quiet and hot week, kind of back to the norm. We're going to be looking at highs in the mid 90s. With heat index values up to 102 to 105 and only a small chance for an isolated shower or storm Thursday through Saturday. Rock on.
Yeah, rock on. Did you ever see
School of Rock? One of my favorite.
Classic. Jack Black in that is just...
I love the song he sings about math.
I love him.
It's one of my favorites.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. All right, it's 8:50 and 78 degrees. We'll be right back. Before you go, the U.S. Postal Service announced Friday it will honor the late Jeopardy host Alex Trebek with his own stamp. When you buy a book of 20, the layout will resemble a Jeopardy game board. Each stamp shares the same clue. This naturalized U.S. citizen hosted the quiz show Jeopardy for 37 seasons. The stamp includes the correct response. Who is Alex Trebek? Post offices will start selling the Trebek stamps on July 22nd. And Willie calling in sick. Oh no, the music legend posted on his Instagram that he missed Friday's Outlaw Music Festival tour stop in Georgia because he wasn't feeling well. So Lucas Nelson, his son, and the family band stepped in, performing a set of the 91-year-old's greatest hits. So Willie is the headliner for the Outlaw Music Festival tour. According to the statement, he's expected to rejoin the tour as soon as next week. All right, get well soon, Willie. Love you.
Willie. His son does sound very similar to him. It's
yes.
Really cool. As you take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, mostly sunny skies today, 89 by noon. We'll be in the low 90s this afternoon, 95 for the high. There's only a 10% chance for a stray shower this afternoon, and that 95 is going to feel more like 102, all because of a heat dome overhead. That'll be with us through most of the week. High means dry, and that high pressure system going to keep us dry until Thursday through Saturday, when there's the smallest of chances for some rain, only 20%. So different looking forecast this week. No relief from rain really in the big picture, but at least it's not going to be in the triple digits, Sarah.
Yes, and because of the triple digits, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. So if you don't see me here in KSAT, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just on a nice long trip, driving all basically through the West.
Road trip with your husband and your dogs.
With my dogs.
Fun.
Colorado, New Mexico, Utah.
Take pictures.
I will. I'll miss you, Sarah.
Miss you too, girl.
Hey, have a good Sunday.